Good evening. Today I've been asked to dive into this platformer. I don't know anything about it. I have read the description on Steam. Dark and mysterious, uh, challenging platformer that utilizes light and shadow, so I've been told, where I move between haunting lands. And I know basically nothing. So let's give it a shot then. Oh, this doesn't appear to be the controller that functions.
That's because the mouse is on the other screen. Boody boody.
Mouse is on the other screen.
Okay.
Ain't that wacky?
I know. Does that work?
Nope, none of those work. Let's try the other one. Nope, not this. Oh, yep, this one definitely. All right. What are we thinking? New game or?
Yeah, new game. Alright, try the other controller.
I can't actually select anything. Yeah, this one doesn't move up and down, but this one does. And then suddenly the game got a shade darker. Oh, that took a while.
Do you have audio?
Yep. Oh my. Oh, good fun.
I don't understand why that's doing that. It's
Oh
weird.
my. What happened here?
Dude, the game is decided to not run properly on OBS right now. Right now.
Has OBS cropped it?
I double checked. Yeah, it's a good question. Look, look, watch this. Here's the game capture. Okay, it goes yellow or green if it's cropped.
And it's not.
It's not cropped. It's
So is what's coming through from the game to OBS cropped? Or is OBS cropping it?
uh, I'm looking for a free game capture slot. Uh, fuck it, I'll just go new one. Fuck it. Game capture 8.
Yep, that game captures. That that should be capturing. Minor technical difficulties. We solved the cropping problem.
It's not really a technical difficulty. It's just something that's obscure. It's not capturing the full screen, is it?
Nope.
Even on.
Oh, ain't that even wackier?
Hold on.
Oh, it has been solved.
Do you have any game audio?
No audio right now.
Why not?
No.
Okay.
Or
That was weird. That was just
it took a while. It was weird. Now we actually start interesting textures on these rocks. Oh, there are in fact no rocks.
no colliders.
Yeah, we can collide with these boxes, but we can't collide with those rocks. On texture, so right, the feet are phasing into the ground there. When moving slowly, I just kind of start to slide. Oh, oh, left. Oh, left one's bumper. Okay. Oh, it's X for jump. What? But it wasn't X for jump. It was A. What in the world was? Oh, yep. Just into the ground. 6 feet under, please. Okay, we can crouch. Oh, that's pause. Lord knows what Y does. A is jump. Well, it's not X for jump. Oh, this is calibrated to show PlayStation controls. Ain't that wacky? I like the background. Sound is nice in the design of certain things. To climb. Okay. That was a giant face. Climb is also push. Tip chair. Couple tip chairs. Tip chairs and a wheelchair. Chair to chair chair. Oh! Oh no, this rock looks interesting. I can collide with this one. Well, it's a nice warm looking place. Wall. Bunch of other things. Oh, I'm supposed to push this. Oh, no. Pushing. None of the buttons for push are push anymore. This is right. Right bumper. Okay, that is strange. I gotta stand next to it, then press it, then move. Oh, we gonna push that off, or we meant to get like a running start? Alright. Yep. Oh! No, no, apparently not. Walk off the suitcase into the abyss below. Very bizarre walking animation. Yep, just jump up there. That wasn't quite there. Oh, nope, that went over the suitcase. I didn't expect it to be that hard. I jumped over the corner of the suitcase into nothingness. Jump up onto it? No. Apparently that's also not what it wanted me to do. Am I supposed to run when I jump? Just rotate this way. It doesn't have that certain jumping feature when you reach the edge of a ledge. Can I push it any farther?
Hold on for 2 seconds.
Okay. You here to
Um,
give me advice?
I'm I'm gonna add in my audio from over here. Dude, I can't give you any advice because I'm really bad at platformers like this. But but I think if I think that's not the way to do it. I don't
I
think the
am
problem.
98% sure I jumped there.
I think you need to sprint and do
That was the sprint.
what? Then you need to time your jump better. I think.
I think I'm supposed to climb once I reach the other end. I'm supposed to click climb.
I just jumped across. When I did my playtest, I just jumped across there. I just sprinted and jumped. Yes, yes. Do you see? Yes, see?
It's definitely very strange for a little while there.
Faith, my friend. Have faith. Have faith that the designers of the game know what they're doing. Even if it looks like they
Sorry?
have faith that the designers of the game know what they're doing. Even
Okay.
even though it looks like they don't.
Yeah, looks like I can walk up here.
You know what bugged me? I'll tell you what bugged me, right?
Sorry?
Hello?
I can't hear you over the sound of the game.
Okay, okay. You know what bugged me?
Well,
What bugged me was she seems to be skating as she runs.
yeah, I know. The walking animation isn't
Is
a walking
yeah,
animation. You're
it's
just doing small jumps.
it's like she should be on a skateboard or something.
Yeah.
It
Or like trying to generate static electricity off a carpet.
it's like being on ice or something. You know, if she was on ice, I'd understand, but
Yeah, I mean,
she doesn't
after
feel
looking at the end,
connected to. You just got eaten by a giant wild animal.
didn't see that there. Right. Yeah, but looking at it, the smooth transition into a jog that isn't exactly timed with the speed as well.
Oh, it's just it doesn't. She doesn't like that, right?
Yeah,
That
you
what?
just
What?
slide
She's
across
sliding.
everything.
She's sliding. She's not actually walking. It just doesn't feel like she contacts with the ground.
Doesn't look like part of the character doesn't even look like part of the game. It stands out. If you get what I'm saying, the
Oh,
lighting,
oh, okay, okay. She's lit differently from the way things are
yeah,
lit in the game.
lit
It's
completely
it's funny you
differently.
should say that because I just had this thought right now that the character doesn't fit in with the game.
Yeah, looking at the character,
The model of the character and the style of the game don't seem to.
it
Is there something
doesn't.
wrong with her face?
I was wondering the same thing earlier when I turned the character to face me at the beginning.
It looks like her eyes or something. Is that
They
is
might
that is
fall
that is
out.
that meant? Is she like not human or something?
I
Is that
don't
like a
know.
dog face? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overcritical. No, I could be overcritical. It doesn't matter. I'm here to criticize in a constructive way.
Okay, how do I deal with the...
Yeah, that's it.
Ah, yes. Throw up the crouch prompt when it sees me.
Do you know what? I'll tell you what my opinion was after running through the first level here was that I wouldn't go back and play it again because it was just this is like the intro to the game, right?
Yeah,
And it's just frustrating
yeah, because
because you die
you
constantly
die.
because of stupid things.
Yeah, it's
It's beautiful, but the graphics are beautiful, but the gameplay is highly flawed.
yeah. I mean, the background,
Yeah,
it looks brilliant,
yeah,
but then you got this character that doesn't quite fit in there,
yep,
and who slides along everything,
yeah. It's like walking on ice. Yeah,
and this,
I'd expect there to be a kind of heaviness to her feet being where she is,
yeah,
but I don't really see that.
the movement, and the animation as well.
But the way she's moving is quite odd for.
Yeah, it always looks like she's kind of stepping down a hill.
It looks like she's going to a party, right? And she's obviously not going to a party, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like someone old when they try to run.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's a fair point. She. Yeah. It did. It's very tentative, and like very careful steps. Not like a. Not like a. Not,
Uh, Interesting gap in the planks there.
yeah. They could have turned that into a jumping activity,
Yeah.
going across there, and it's just like sort of like a lost opportunity. Maybe it's a fixed asset that they can't screw with.
What are these? The jars that are everywhere.
It's random game assets thrown into the map. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, her movement is like the whole atmosphere of the game is dark, and her movement is bright.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, just popping down to the shop.
She's she moves like Barbie, and
You
like
slide off of edges if you're not always grabbing onto them.
mm. It's funny that you just went straight through that tunnel because I didn't know what to do when I got to this part.
Oh, ain't that strange? You'd assume that'd be a path, but and it should be.
It's one of the mechanics that you've already learned.
Crouching,
Yeah,
of
but
course.
it took me a while to figure that one out. But
Thank you.
it's all right. I don't. There's no point getting frustrated over a demo game.
It doesn't look like a crouching section though.
No, there's nothing to.
Uh, oh, just walk through walls there then.
Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't telegraph a lot of things, but
Should I fall down here? Okay, gentle stroll through the woods has turned into something slightly.
she doesn't seem to be phased by the fact that she's in a nightmare.
Yeah, unfazed.
And there's a dead elephant.
Unfazed by the dead elephant and the raging inferno in the background.
Yep, yep. She's probably got her headphones on and is just listening to like something on Spotify. She's just completely unaware that the world is about to fall apart.
I mean, the army in the beginning looks intimidating, but now the only thing I fear is the game mechanic. The game mechanics.
Great point. When you fear the game mechanics more than the game, then it hasn't worked, has it?
Yeah.
It hasn't hit the spot.
Like, I'd rather have a conversation with one of those faceless, half-faceless. Oh, I should be running now.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, ain't that
The game,
brilliant?
the game. It says, what does it say?
It
The
says the
the
UEIA game has crashed and will close.
Okay, that probably means that we're running with the Unreal VR engine, but it shouldn't be crashing like that. I mean, that's just a nightmare.
Yep.
That's
Let's try that again, I guess.
that's another thing I hate. I hate having to run through something again if it wasn't enjoyable the first time.
I
Yeah.
know.
Uh, uh, but it's interesting that the Unreal Engine um, will actually.
Guess we're rolling new game again then?
There goes the phone.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll try to get to the end of the first level. We'll give it one more shot. We're not
Yep.
gonna we're not gonna we're not gonna make this a labor of love because it's obviously still a work in progress.
The scale of the eye in the loading screen does not match the scale of the character's eye, if that is what it's meant to be a reference to.
It's frustrating because it's half done brilliantly and
Yeah,
half done terribly. I mean, like this cutscene is intriguing
it is. And then
and
everything else is.
and like there's just what the what the yes what the hell, right?
Yeah, like.
And the girl's all like yippee. Yeah, let's go Barbie party and and the world is obviously just melted, like some kind of nuclear explosion there.
Character looks very, very untextured. Like, normally the skin isn't all one smooth color, and here it basically is. Strange how we don't encounter those hands again. Ah,
I th- I I think when they make the simple things very complicated challenges, like crossing a bridge, that it just gets frustrating
yeah,
rather than challenging. There's a difference between frustrating and challenging.
definitely.
Um, and when you have to worry about how you're going to cross the simple activity, then it makes you worry about every part of the game. And
I worry more about crossing the bridge than the
when
thing
you
that's chasing me.
when you have to think about the game mechanics more than the game, it's not working.
Yeah,
I mean, to a certain extent, you want to obviously think about some things, but in it's like everything with gaming. It's frustrating to see people get halfway there. It's like,
hmm
oh, that part's excellent, and this part's just not.
I wonder how long this game's been in development for.
Well, I mean, like the positive side is the environments are
Yeah,
beautiful and full of curiosities,
yeah, definitely.
but the gameplay over the top. It's almost like two different games mashed together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the scale of some of these things though in the background isn't to scale.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But it's like they mashed the gameplay from one game with the environments from another,
Yeah,
and ended up with this. See, that's done really well. Like the
mhm.
heaviness of the object and the pushing it, in contrast to all the things that are not done well.
And the changing of the FOV, it seems, or the zooming out as you're pushing it towards the ledge. Jump does not jump.
It you the edge of the objects is quite hard to determine,
Yep.
and making people make an absolutely precise jump at the beginning. I love the way that log tips off there. That's brilliant. But the
Yeah.
fact that you have trouble jumping across it just negates the fact that it's a good idea. The fact that there's these 19th century prams everywhere is a bit bizarre.
You can't really tell what time it's in.
Do you think that would help if you could tell what time it was
I think narratively somewhat. Something's going on with that fog back there.
in? I think it's like a kind of nuclear kind
It looks very blocky.
of. Oh, okay.
I don't know, I've walked into a bush.
I
I
think she
mean,
should be dressed differently. I think like she ought to be maybe have some I don't know like I don't know. This
I
is,
mean, how do
well,
you get to the middle of nowhere wearing what you're wearing when you probably could have died already
don't
from
know,
the cold and everything?
don't know. I mean, yeah, you don't exactly plan what to wear when there's a nuclear explosion, though.
Pardon?
You don't exactly plan what to wear when there's a nuclear explosion.
I suppose not, but if you're far enough away from it to survive it, surely you're gonna have to been there somehow. And yeah, there's a nuke, but what about the demonic looking army?
Don't know. Did, yeah, that that's weird. Yes, that's weird.
Jump!
There's no story at the beginning, is there? There's no
There's no real narrative
there's no narrative in it.
other than a nuke's going off and demon army is approaching.
You can't you can't bond with the character
Yeah, you're just there
if there's
now.
yeah if there's no narrative for you to link to or empathize with.
I noticed some issues with the audio as well. The fire in the
Right.
distance sounds like it's sitting right next to me, right there.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, come on! What even?
It's the game has crashed again. Okay,
You reckon that's just the demo? Like, you get caught by the boar and the game crashes.
what do you mean that's just a demo? I don't understand what that means.
Oh, never mind, it was a stupid question.
Um, well, this doesn't encourage anyone to play the game.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why anybody would go back to it
Yeah,
and play it again.
you sneak past a boar, it still catches you and the game crashes.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, and it's not my system. It's the game.
Just the part you said you got stuck on.
The part I got stuck on was after this, where there's two cages, and and it's like the animal chases you into one of the cages, and you have to come back out and I think jump over the animal and then climb a cage, but I couldn't get it to work at all. So there's no point playing through that again. Um,
None.
we've I don't know. I just it just doesn't hit any of the right spots.
None.
No, none of them. None of them. I would go back to the drawing board with the character, and I would go back
Yeah.
to the drawing board with trying to overlay the character on the world so that it actually felt like they were in the world and not sliding around on ice. Um,
I'd say
which is
better in.
which is sad because they got the basis of a great
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, we got the basis. But if you can just get a slightly better introduction and like refine in the mechanics.
Yeah, and maybe add a little bit of narrative so we know who she is and where she's from.
Yeah.
Because you can't bond with anybody if you don't know anything about them. So you
Yeah,
can't bond. Yeah, on you go.
I think for a demo that was a that was less than I would have hoped to have seen from a demo.
Well, you want the demo to show the most exciting part of the game so that you want to play the whole thing.
Yeah,
Because you got one shot. You got one shot to grab people's attention.
you got one shot to grab people's attention, and that didn't
They didn't do it. And you
didn't
don't
do it.
want to, I think a lot of times when people put out the demo, they put out the first part of the game. And I'm not sure that that's the best thing to do. Yeah, yeah, you want to draw people in to see what happens next.
Hmm.
But I think it might be more interesting a lot of the time to give people like a middle section of the game.
Yeah,
And so that they can think about wonder what happened before and I wonder what happened after. And and you want to show some exciting part of the gameplay with interesting mechanics and unique things. If
yeah,
you're just showing what other people have already shown, then there's no reason why anybody would go and play this, go and have this experience rather than any other experience. There's better experiences to have.
yeah.
Go play the first Little Nightmares and the second one. And there's platformers done better
Hmm.
for sure. And that's not to be that that's that, that's not to say there's not everything about it is bad, but
Yeah.
it's a long way from an enjoyable experience.
Right now, it could be great, but
It's not.
it's not.
It's just not.
It's just not.
No, no, exactly. It's not. It's just not. That's a good way to describe it. It's just
I
not.
think the best thing apart about the game right now is probably the menu and the cutscene. That and the backgrounds.
Yeah.
Everything else feels like it
I
falls apart.
here's another thought. I also think that when you give people a bit of a demo or an intro, it should be really something that's quite easy to go through.
Yeah. Um, what's up with those hands at the beginning there? Like those show up and don't show up again.
Yeah, there's nothing to explain.
It's like I'm playing a.
They don't need. You know what's the thing, problem with the hands? They don't need the hands
Yeah.
because you're like, okay, so I go this way. So you like,
Hmm.
there's only one way to go. So you're already going that way.
Yeah, and they just give you the option to run anyway. Yeah, and you don't have to be chased.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. It's just like there's no need for the hands to appear at the beginning like that.
It,
It's obvious that she's in a she's obvious that there's some problem and she has to get away from it, but there's not enough information about what the problem is. It The creators of the game haven't explained to the players of the game
yeah,
what their idea is.
yeah.
It's
The
obviously clear to the creators of the game, but not clear to the players at all.
yeah, I couldn't get a hold of what. any kind of objective there was. Like, where am I going? Where am I coming from? Also, something else I was gonna say.
You need to be driven by something as well.
It
You need to have a
feels,
goal.
uh, it feels like one of those games that are made to be really annoying and difficult, almost like Dark Souls, except it's a platformer, and you can't fight back from the enemies. You're always running, and sometimes you can't even run. You can't run, you can't hide. You're being chased through the forest. That sneaking there didn't exactly work out at the end, and the game just crashed. It's just a long list of
That's a shame.
fail. Yeah, it's a long list of that's a shame incident after oh well that's a shame incident.
Yeah, it crashed. That's a shame.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, all
it
right.
it just like kind of crashed and burned and then actually crashed.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. All right. There's a slight delay in the YouTube stream, about 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds. So we've got to leave 20 to 30 seconds space at the end so that we don't cut off the end of the stream, which um, no one seems to want to solve, but it appears to happen. So we're going to leave 20 to 30 seconds, and then that'll be it.